Hey everybody, today we're going to look at the new Laci Green video. Now I've seen Laci being disassembled by many people over the past few months and year or so, and I've never really ever once bothered trying to make a video about her because she didn't register as even worth listening to because she just hammered on with the same old shit. However, this one has come to my attention and I am surprised. Now I haven't watched the video and I'm going to watch it now with you, and I really do hope that Laci is being serious. What I've seen in the comments about it and in Twitter about it, she has been quite genuine with it. I didn't white knight for her, but I did interrupt myself into her and a Steve Shives argument, with the conversation about Steve Shives, so as you can imagine, that was fun. But no, I just honestly think if she is open to listen, I may not agree with what she says, but I'm willing to talk to her too. And I openly say to Laci, if you want to speak to me, I'd be more than willing to talk to you about any points. But remember, I am an anti-SJW, anti-feminist, but I am very, very willing to listen and very, very willing to talk. You never know, we might end up agreeing on something. But anyway, I do hope you watch this, Laci, because I'm not going to be mean to you in any way. I'm not that kind of guy. If you're being really, really, really bitchy with me, yes, I'll get bitchy back and I'll get argumentative with you. But if you're being honest with me and we're having a talk, I'll more than happily debate you at any time. Alright? So, let's have a look at Laci's video.
Okay, making this video. Hi Internet! I'm back! Did you miss me?
Yay, Laci, we missed you. Come on.
Don't answer that if you're mean. I certainly miss you guys. It's been a few months since I've been on YouTube. Longest break I've ever taken, but it was very much needed and I feel so good. I think social media detox is very nice.
Yeah, I agree with you there, Laci. It is quite nice to get away from it all, but you miss so much when you've been away for too long. Anyway.
So, I wanted to fill you all in on some stuff that's been going on since I've been on break. I haven't been completely removed from the internet. If you are active in the conversation about feminism and social justice warriors, you may have noticed that I've been talking to and hanging out with some anti-feminist YouTubers.
Yeah, and I am so surprised, and pleasantly surprised I might add, that you're doing that, because maybe, I mean, you seem quite genuine so far. I can't see any fault. I mean, I've got daughters, I know how to see, I can pick apart a liar, and you seem quite genuine at the moment. It is difficult and through video, but you do seem quite genuine, Laci. Let's continue.
This has apparently really confused people. There have been thousands of tweets and emails and people freaking out, like, what is going on? After all, I, Laci Green, am the very pinnacle of a social justice warrior. My SJW-ness has been memeified with statements like, everything is problematic and there are more than two genders and America is racist.
Yes, there has been a lot of those things, and yes, with the hands of, whoa, wait a minute, yeah, I do get that. You kind of brought it on yourself a little bit, because you did go kind of full SJW retard there for a while, full feminist retard. Now, if you are honestly, and you do seem quite genuinely wanting to do this, quite willing to talk to you about anything. It's always nice to get somebody else's point of view on things. Anyway.
But now, at pro-Trump rallies, I'm told by reliable sources, there's talk that I'm being red-pilled in the Matrix sense, not so much the pickup artist sense. The red pill is a meme that refers to this realization that the world isn't nearly as simple as you thought it was.
That is absolutely true. Right. I don't agree with not the red pill part, but the world is not the place that you think it is. I mean, it's mean, it's horrible. There are some real nutty people out there. I mean, real nutty ones. And to be quite honest, you really need to watch who you surround yourself with, because who you choose to surround yourself with and who you choose to associate with says a lot about your character. Hmm. Interesting, yes.
Question, of course, is what is the truth? What is the truth? And how bad do you want to know? In some sense, I took the red pill a long time ago. It's why I do what I do. My YouTube
Right, so you took the feminist red pill a long time ago, you mean? Okay, that's fine. Just clarifying, that's all.
stuff has always been about the pursuit of forbidden knowledge. And while yes, I am a feminist, I wouldn't describe myself as the ideologue that people sometimes make me out to be. I
I hate to stop you there, darling, but you kind of did that to yourself with, again, battering on with without listening to anyone. That's how you kind of brought it on yourself. Just saying.
feel that things tend to be messier than that. And frankly, that's the way I like it. So let's get messy.
Yay, let's get messy. Context. Very nice. It's always nice to have context.
So here's some context about me. I used to be Mormon, pretty intensely so. When I was 12 years old, there were adults telling me that my spiritual destiny is to be perpetually pregnant. Cute, right?
I can understand you rebelling against the Mormon religion. Being an atheist myself, Mormons, all that stuff baffles me beyond belief. So I understand you wanting to get away from that sort of baby factory, not all that nonsense, but feminism. Oh, really? I mean, you could have just moved to the city, got a job, you know, met a nice man, decided to do a good career work. Maybe you didn't want to have kids. That's absolutely fine. Don't do that. But no, you went down the route of feminism. Yeah.
I'm also half Iranian. Funny enough, my grandparents were political rebels in their day, speaking truth to power during the revolution in 1979. It's
So that's where you get from. Cool.
actually pretty badass, and it makes me feel like rebellion runs in my blood. But
Told you.
as a teenager, I got a little bit lost in all of this, as you do. So my first YouTube channel that I started when I was 17 was about skepticism and philosophy. Then, when I was 19, I created a series called Sex Plus, which is dedicated to helping young people who, like me, had been told that their sexuality was bad or wrong, that they're less than because of their gender or sexual orientation, and so forth. So this is the type of stuff that forms the core of my feminism, which I would describe as intersectional, sex positive, and skeptical. Skeptical, as in not easily convinced of stuff. Science is my rubric wherever possible because we're all prone to human error. Science isn't perfect, but it helps reduce those errors by a lot.
Yes, it does, but you guys, but feminists, and you have been known to do this, you twist it so much. I mean, you're still bashing on about the whole, you like science behind it, but you kind of sort of ignore science when you went on about the whole different genders thing, the whole, yeah, there's only two. And I'll even give you an addendum, transitioning male, transitioning female, right? Still, there's only two. And we live in a sexually dimorphic society. Not society, world. I mean, even plants are male and female. Animals are male and female. Plants are male and female. Hell, everything's male and female. Fish, male and female. Insects, male and female. Bees, male and female. We live in a sexually dimorphic world. Just that's what it is, Laci. And you gave up science a long time ago when you said that there was more than two genders. Yep, just saying. That's kind of Bill Nye retarded there. That's all that was.
At the end of the day, we all have true beliefs and we all have false beliefs. Skepticism is about acknowledging that. It's questioning even the seemingly unquestionable and being willing to adjust our beliefs as we get new information. In truth, I want to engage with criticism, but it's really hard to do online. There's a lot of hostility, things escalate super quickly, people don't really seem to be listening to each other, it's just a shit show. So,
yep, and guess who causes that? Well, it isn't us. Because again, we're more than willing to talk to you. Happy to talk to you anytime. You're always welcome to tweet me Alex Kingsfall101 at Kingsfall101 Twitter. More than welcome to tweet me. I'll tweet you back. Yeah, absolutely. Message me. Yeah, seriously, anything like that. Totally happy to do it. I'll even Skype you if you want. Then you might even get to see my face, but probably not.
I went down the rabbit hole of anti-SJW videos, and I found that some are pretty disrespectful, but that's not all the channels. I've recently found anti-SJW channels that are well-cited and reasoned, make some interesting points. Sometimes I'm like, yeah, I agree with that, or I didn't really think of that. And sometimes I disagree, in which case, I still feel it's beneficial for me to listen and consider another perspective. It helps me learn. So,
Wow, that was actually quite grown up of you, Laci. Honestly, I'm quite impressed. That was actually quite grown up of you. I hope you actually, this is just off the cuff and not scripted, because you're doing a very good job of making it just you saying it as it is. I'm quite impressed. Again, more than willing to have a talk with you.
I decided to reach out to some. And, I was pleasantly surprised. People have been pretty kind to me. And, I'll be honest, I didn't really expect that. Judgment, vitriol. I even feel like I have a really good connection with a couple of new friends. But not.
Well, there you go. And I even saw that wee flash up there of the something. I'll have to go back and look at that again, but come on. This is a good start, yes. And we're not mean. We're not all mean. It's only when you go full on nutcase that we start having to resort to lesser tactics to get your attention and get you to stop going nuts. So, if you're willing to listen to us, we're willing to listen and talk to you. That's all it is. We like a talk. And if we might end up making some concessions to you as well as you making some concessions to us. It works both ways. But the only way to do that is through conversation. And if you're willing to open it up with us, absolutely, I'm willing to entertain that too.
Not everyone is so hunky-dory about it. Good friends of mine, feminists, have been a little bit skeptical of me. They expressed the opinion that talking to antis or problematic people is, not going to be worth the time, that it won't be fruitful, that I'm engaging with bigots and validating their perspectives, that I'm offering a platform to bullies.
This is where they usually talk shit. Sorry, Laci, about stopping you there with your face like that, darling. But this is where your feminist friends often do that to try and discourage you from talking to us, because we have a lot of factual evidence to kind of back up the shit we spout. So they don't want you hearing that, seeing that, and getting that. That's why they call it taking the red pill, because it is. It's like, oh my god, they were lying to me the whole time, just to push their own agenda. That's what they're afraid of you doing, because you have a loud voice in the SJW community. You really do, Laci. You have a massive voice. And if you start going, hang on a minute, what they're saying is starting to make sense to me, that's going to filter down through all of your subscribers, all of the people who literally take you word for word in whatever you say. And the feminists, your feminist friends, they're bricking it. They are shitting themselves because they are afraid that their rhetoric that they are so desperately clinging to, even though it's been disproven countless times over and over and over again, they're going to want you they're not going to want you to hear that. That's why they have done that. That's why they don't want you speaking to us. Alright? Right.
Things like that. While I can appreciate this perspective, I fundamentally disagree with it. So let me go down another rabbit hole here. Social justice communities lately have been arguing that bigoted ideas, this harmful speech should be suppressed because it allows the bigotry to spread and to be validated. I'm thinking of campaigns to get people's Twitters banned, book deals canceled, talks canceled, things like that. Ironically, this sounds very similar to the logic that is used by the right to censor sex ed. Information about sex has been deemed too harmful to hear. It'll encourage immoral behavior and speed social decay. Two sides of the same coin. The question is, what counts as harm? To some, harm is a problematic opinion. Harm is hate speech. Harm is inciting violence. The other...
I'll give you the inciting violence one, and I'll also say using the word problematic at any point should be classed as a banned word because it's just overused and it's an awful word. Really, it is. Please stop using that word. It's just terrible. Anyway.
Pole of this issue is the perspective that there is no such thing as harmful speech. That speech can't hurt you.
Exactly, it can't. I mean, there's an old statement, even where I'm from. Sticks and stones may break my bones, but names will never hurt me. Yeah, I mean, you need to grow a thick skin to live in this world. It's a mean place. It's not all sunshines and rainbows. Sorry, regardless of how you want it to be. I mean, that's how it is. This is the world we live in. Time to wake up to it, you know. Wake up, smell the coffee, you know. Anyway.
Therefore, all speech should be permitted, no matter what. I fall somewhere between these two perspectives. My opinion is that speech can be emotionally harmful if it causes pain or shame or dehumanizes you. It can also be physically harmful if it incites or advocates violence against someone.
Again, I agree with inciting violence. I agree that any form of speech that is pointed to another group of people with the intent to cause physical harm or violence to them, yes, that I'm not happy with. I mean, people that you must not let Hitler would kill all the Jews. That's terrible. But it's also the same as women, feminists saying kill all men. Does that fall under hate speech? Because that's terrorised. That's picking on a specific gender. Now that's sexist. I'm pretty sure. Now, are you willing now to make the comparison between your feminist friend saying kill all men and Hitler going kill all Jews? You willing to make that distinction now that I would class that as hate speech? Yeah? No? Just checking.
These two harms don't pose the same amount of threat.
Something's gone wrong here.
To an individual.
Oh well, looks like that's all I'm getting out of this. Oh well. Anyway, Laci, as I said, I'm open to debate. I'm open for a chat. If you don't want to speak to me directly, I'm on Twitter. You can tweet me. I say @KingsFallen01. Hey, let's hear from you now. Hopefully I'll hear from you soon. And if not, have a good one, Laci. And everybody else, if you liked this video, hit like, hit subscribe. If you didn't like this video, leave a comment. Take it easy.